I know. Yeah. They pay me the big bucks. So, I can
Is
have
that
my
what
own
you
tech
call
guy
them?
that has
The
a
tech
microphone.
guy?
It's like, hey,
Tech
my tech guy, come on in and fix my computer.
yeah.
So we're having technical difficulties. Well, by we, I don't mean Heather and me. I mean me, myself, and I. We're having technical issues. And there was two of me, literally. Okay, so who's in here today? Hello, Rudy. Hi, Linda. Tammy with Mountain Grandma. Troy Sutton. Linda with another channel. Karen G. And that's who all I
There we
see right
are.
now. If you're in here and you can hear our voice, share this out on your community tab, no matter which one of our lives you're in, to get a few more folks in here. So we have a good subject. You want to tell them what it's about, Heather?
Well, today we're going to talk about the different vitamins, like how we did last week, what the different vitamins were good for the human body. This week we're going to talk about a few food items that go along with those. But before we get started, I wanted to see if everybody could put a 1 in chat if you're ready for HGW this week.
Yeah, who's ready?
Who's ready? Who's ready to do this?
So my goal for this past week, was to not eat after dinner, and I've done really good with that. I have been having trouble with my back, which is decreasing my activity, but I feel like if I can decrease my activity long enough, my
Yeah.
back and my hip will kind of heal itself, and the cold weather does not help. Hello, Ariella.
Yeah, no, fluctuating weather will mess with all kinds of things,
Yeah,
So,
yeah, and I usually take biotin, which is really good for arthritis stuff. But I found out recently that the vitamins at Walmart are from China. So I am going to walk into a different drugstore and see if I can find some vitamins that I need that do not come from China. So please be sure to look at the back of your packaging to see where your vitamins come from.
yes. So I have an exercise piece of equipment that might be helpful for some. It is an elastic band. You can order these online. Now, they come in different strengths at different levels. So, depending upon what level of strength, hi Nancy, tightness that you want it to do, it's just like an elastic band. And you can use this for doing, let's see if I can.
Lori.
You can do, like, like my husband's a bow hunter and they have to do a lot of,
Ooh, yeah, I definitely know I'm not strong enough to do that. I tried it even when I was younger and had
So,
trouble with
and
it.
the tighter you tighten up on this end right here, the harder it's going to be, right? Oh, I just popped. Do you hear that? But anyways, you can do this with your feet. You can do this, you can
Arms,
step
legs,
on it and you can,
do your
do
side bends
twists.
and stuff like that.
So
Yeah.
this is something that may be
I have
beneficial.
one of those, but I don't know where it's at. I gotta find it. I
This
do have
one's
it.
for my husband.
Hi, Robin.
Got it doing physical therapy, but this is,
Yeah.
even if you're not in physical therapy, this is something you can do sitting or standing, Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd post.
Heather and I were on the phone earlier having a meeting about Healthy Goals Wednesday, about some upcoming subjects. We have another meeting scheduled where we're going to actually do a face-to-face and talk about the subjects that we're going to come up with for the next few weeks, for at least a good month or so.
Right.
So anyway, we were on the phone and we started talking about different things we could give away on the live. We're going to try to give away one thing away every week, and we were talking about things that we might be interested in. I added some things to my Amazon order because I have an Amazon order going out for some gardening things, and so I just added a couple of things for this on there. Hopefully there'll be things that you guys think are useful. Hello, Bob with Robin Hood Homestead. Welcome in. And but today I don't have those things. So what I'm going to give away is just a little bit different, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Today we want to talk about what vitamins are in your food. So how did everybody do on their goals this week? Did anyone, reach any of their goals? I think my goal for next week, because last week was don't eat after dinner, and I'm going to continue doing that. I think this week I want to work on drinking water, more water.
More
To
water.
be very conscious of drinking water, because water helps you process your food, helps with digestion, clears out toxins in your body. It just helps with so many things. It hydrates your body. So
Yeah, and if you can add lemon into your water, also
I do actually have some lemon.
flush your body out of some things. It's actually beneficial. There's a lot of things. If you do some research, awesome. Ariella lost 2 pounds. That's awesome.
Great.
Very good. That is cool.
Yeah.
So what did I do this week? This week I started adding in a little bit of exercises besides like my regular physical activity on the farm, right?
Hi,
So I
Kristen.
started doing some crunches and some leg lifts and some more. I always kind of do stuff with my arms every day anyways, but I'm adding more and I'm adding a little weights to it.
Yeah, I
as
feel like I could use some arm strength. I do have some small weights. I have a few pieces of equipment, and next week it's going to warm up. So one of my goals next week is to try to pull out the hula hoop and maybe try to film it if I can.
Oh, that'll be fun, but be careful.
Possibly.
Make sure you stretch before and after.
I want to make sure my back and my hip are healed pretty good before I do it. So I don't know for sure if it'll be next week, but as soon as I'm better and the weather outside is good, we're totally doing this.
Right.
Hello.
We were on Mountain Grandma's channel yesterday because Yogi Hollow Farm had something else that she had to go take care of. And so Tammy invited us to come up on her channel, and we were talking about a lot of great things, about our body. And one of the most important things I wanted to mention here today, in case some of you weren't able to come over there, is like your core, which is your waist, your back, your stomach, your muscles. Your core is like the core of the whole functioning of your whole body, right? So your gut health, your muscle, like this is what helps your legs go, what helps like everything you need, your core strength and your core gut health. I just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah. And we're gonna set up some guests to come and talk about some different subjects. Like we want to have Tammy on to talk about some herbs and things like that. We have some other friends that have some subjects that we think would be really good. That will be part of our meeting that we have on everything. So a lot of good things we have planned, and we plan on doing this all year. This is not like a beginning of the year thing. This is a whole year thing, and maybe beyond that. Okay. So we'll see how you guys, how receptive you are to it. I think even if you don't need to lose weight, you might just want to eat healthier so you can live longer and be there for your kids and your grandkids and your husband.
Feel better.
And feel better. Yeah. Be able to do more things.
So
and do all the things.
Is there anything that anybody did this past week that you changed up in your lifestyle, whether it's food, exercises, more water, something? Go ahead and put it down in the comments. Don't be shy now.
Yeah.
Right? Have to stay healthy because diabetes come with pain. Yeah, and that's not something you probably want to go through.
Yeah, and I've been having pain in my back too, and I know, not having my biotin, it being cold, and also pushing all this extra steps and activity is kind of putting a strain on me right now. And I want to do it, but I don't want to shut myself down from being able to do it at all. So I've kind of just tried
to be mindful and listen to
that feel.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Robin,
that's really hard.
Tammy said she's been drinking more water and adding lime or lemon juice in her water. That's good. That's
good.
awesome.
That's good. Yeah, I actually bought some lemons and I have that on my list to do.
Cool.
Actually, I did actually buy the lemons and I actually converted a regular recipe into a healthier recipe today. That video will come out on Thursday and it's of an oat milk cake. And just a little while ago, I was checking out something and I came across some really cool gluten-free cookies that I thought would be really neat. So
Yeah.
I'm going to add that recipe to my, I have a cabinet here where I make my shakes. And I've been taping the index cards of my recipes. And as I finish them, I decide, am I going to throw this away? Do I like it? Or am I going to go ahead and laminate it and put it in my recipe holder? So,
Okay, that's a good way to do it. Test it out, see how you like it.
yeah. And it says try one new recipe every week. So don't forget that. If you're trying to do a healthy goal, try not to continue to eat the same things over and over again because food fatigue causes you to crave the things you should not be eating. So try some different things.
Right. So should we get into this, talking about the different foods
Sure.
that we might like to add into our diets to cover the vitamins that we're needing? So do you want to start or?
Either way, whichever.
Okay. Go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and start?
Okay. We didn't have this on the list, but I wanted to mention it. Selenium. There's an actual vitamin you can take for it that helps with weight management, asthma, skin health, elasticity, cardiovascular, cognitive function, thyroid, immunity, weight, bodily functions, all this stuff. So if you're looking for a supplement to try selenium, but make sure your product does not have product of China on it. So add that to your list. When I was doing this really well before, I was taking selenium all the time, but it's not found in very many foods. So I should have looked that up too. But anyway,
yeah.
So vitamin C is found this is a common one. I think everybody knows it's found in all your citrus foods, pineapple, oranges, things like that. Bell peppers, strawberries, broccoli, guava, kiwi, and plums. And then I also had vitamin D, which is found, which you can eat these foods to get vitamin D, trout, salmon, mushrooms, and milk. And I also put down folate, leafy greens, citrus fruit, asparagus, cantaloupe, broccoli, eggs, avocados, Brussels sprouts, beef liver, papaya, grapes, bananas, strawberries, and raspberries.
Oh, wow.
And then my last one that I had was vitamin K. So you can get vitamin K by eating broccoli, spinach, kale, Brussels sprouts, turnip greens, blueberries, collard greens, lettuce, asparagus, eggs, Swiss chard, cabbage, grapes, leafy greens. I can't even see what I wrote there. Kiwi, beef, chicken, parsley, cheese, and fruits. So, and there is selenium in Greek yogurt. I wrote that down below there. So,
all right. So stitching it up, I don't know what your name is. She said that most fruits and veggies she cannot consume. Can you do herbs? So if you can, maybe that's
the sugar in the.
Yeah. So, okay, well, that sounds cool. And again, there's like a whole bunch of more things that we can look at into these different vitamins. What I'm covering is vitamin A, and you can see a similarity with some of these vitamins that we need for our body to where they overlap, or you can make, overlapping, meaning that you can use different food items to get the same vitamins.
Yeah, like broccoli may have 4 different vitamins, and oranges may have 2 or 3 different vitamins. Yes.
Yeah, and also, oh no, I'm sorry, Jennifer. her Wi-Fi is not working. Anyways,
Yeah, I understand, Lori.
some
Yeah.
herbs. Yeah, so we can definitely touch on some of the herbs, and maybe that's something that you can look into to see if it's something maybe that will be beneficial for you. I know you
Yeah,
have
I didn't get any emails, but Jennifer, I've been having trouble with email. So you need to get my new email address, which I believe is scrolling across the bottom of the screen.
130 something.
This is my new.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about vitamin A. Vitamin A with the foods that you can
Oh, Alyssa.
get that out of is egg, liver, cantaloupe, sweet potatoes, carrots, mango, milk, tomatoes, fish, and there's lots more. I just listed some of them. Nettles, paprika, chickweed, lemongrass, fennel seed. So those are some things that you can eat or use in teas or soups, stuff like that. Okay, so vitamin B1, pork, legume, egg. See, there's that overlapping egg with vitamin A. Peas, fish. That's another overlapping with most of the vitamins that we need. Rice, sunflower seed, chicken, and more. Vitamin B complex. So you have two different vitamin Bs at the store. You have vitamin B and you have vitamin B complex, and there's a difference in the two of them. Ginseng is good for getting vitamin B. I'm checking my notes. Rice bran, wheat germ, sunflower seeds, pinnin nuts. I don't know what those are, but I'm going to have to look them up.
What is it? How do you spell it?
PINON nuts. PINON nuts.
I don't know that one either.
I know, right? Soybeans and sesame seeds are some of the things that you can.
I do add sesame seeds to a couple of things.
Yeah.
That make
right.
They're good for you.
Yeah. Vitamin B6 you can find from organs, starchy vegetables, and fruits. And let me see if I have any more vitamin B6 information. Of course, you can, do your own research. There's so much more. Vitamin B6, rice, Polish white germ, corn oil, peanut oil, whole grains, cabbage, beet, orange, and lemons. So if you have lemons in your water, there you're getting some of your B6, right? B12, fatty fish, clams, liver, eggs. There's the eggs again in the liver. Dairy, which would be your cheeses and milks. Let me check and see. B12, meat, animal protein, and I don't know what this is. It's Dengu. It's DANGGUI. But those are just some of the things that you can add if you want into some of your meals to help get all those vitamins. So, and of course, you're not going to get all the vitamins from that you need in a total day from what you eat. You
That's good, Ariella.
Yeah. More proteins and less carbs. Yeah. So we just kind of
protein.
Hi, Echo. Welcome in. Yeah, just kind of we wanted to go over the vitamins that, a person needs and a few of the things that are listed of food items to cover those. And there's so many more. There's so many.
So much more.
I have
but the food was made to give our body the nutrients we need. So if we stick to eating the whole food products and things that are not overly processed, but literally meat, dairy, nuts, the things they ate, if they were eating it on the Little House on the Prairie, it's probably good.
The thing is humans are foragers.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to go out and forage.
We're supposed to get up in the morning and start automatically moving, because back in the day, sometimes they didn't have the food just sitting there the way we do. They had to actually go out and get the food,
Yeah, they didn't have couches.
So they got up and Dad went out and Mom might have packed him a sandwich, with homemade bread and whatever meat they had the night before, and maybe an apple,
Right.
depending on where they live. Or
I wonder. Oh, I don't have my herb books over here.
but so and
I
he
wanted to look
looked
at
for
it.
food all day, and so in the winter they ate meat, and in the summer they ate eggs and fruit.
Mhm. And
Vegetables.
they grew whatever fruits, vegetables, and grains they could, and they would store them. Some things were dried out and placed in jars, which we still do a lot of that stuff today. Yeah, they didn't have couches.
Yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't. If you think
Yeah.
about it, they really didn't.
I mean,
They
Frank
were sitting at
Flintstone
the
did.
table eating, studying, or sleep, or working. They weren't sitting there watching TV and playing with their phones like us.
Mhm.
And
But
I'm
it's
putting myself in that category too.
I don't know. I find it kind of fascinating to see how all these different foods that we eat. Can you wait? Thank you. Just how these foods and things that we consume, how they actually benefit us. Instead of looking at how they don't benefit us, let's look at it a different way and see, how does this benefit me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the lemon in the water, how does that benefit me, if that's
Yep.
something you want to do?
Yeah, start reading your package ingredients and figuring out what things actually mean, because once you figure that out, you'll know what's highly processed and what's not, because the longer the list of ingredients, the more processed the item is. And the more you don't know what it is meaning it's something there that you don't need. Like
right.
making your own taco seasoning and your own ranch seasoning. Well, they add things to that. Those are great. All that stuff in that is perfectly great, except for they add additives to preserve it.
Sure.
And you can make your own at home. And instead of adding cornstarch, you can add some Exithum gum. Or if you like cornstarch, add that. But you're not added 50 million other things to preserve it that you didn't need to. So you just make the taco seasoning until you get the jar full, use it all up, and then you make more. Like I have to make some more, but I had to buy chili powder. So I just started doing things like that, like trying to make my own.
Well, and sometimes it can be a budget thing for when you're going shopping and trying to get things. Well, how am I supposed to get these things that only have the things that I really do need, but I can't afford it? Well, you look at your options. Say it's refried beans, and you've got 5 different brands of refried beans sitting in front of you, and you can't afford that one, or you don't want to pay for that price, whatever. Just look at the ingredients, and the ones that have the least amount of fewest ingredients on the label is the one that you might want to choose, because that might be a little healthier option. So
definitely.
And you can
most pumpkin purees are actually really an actual pumpkin puree should just say pumpkin puree on it. It should not have anything else. It should not have 50 million ingredients. Otherwise, you might as well just, grow your own pumpkin and pour
it's so easy. It's so easy to buy grow little sugar, or buy them. They sell them at farmers markets and stuff for fairly pretty cheap. Maybe not at the grocery store anymore, but you just cut it in half, take the seeds out, and you bake them until the stuff is soft, and there you go.
Yeah, Dolphin is my drop your link code for if you're in Ghetto Southern Living. If you're in Milk and Honey, that won't work. But if you're over here, you can drop your link by typing the word Dolphin.
I don't have a Dolphin.
But that only works if you're over here, not over there. Sorry. I just noticed that she said that. So yeah, there's a lot of things, coffee is technically not bad for you. It's all the things you put into it that make coffee bad. Coffee in itself is a stimulant. As long as you're not having too much of it, it's fine. It's when you put sugar and creamer and all the things in it that make it bad. So now what I'm adopting now is I'm putting uh stevia or monk fruit sweetener, like a packet in there, and I'm adding some half and half and a little bit of vanilla
Right. Can
flavor
you put
and mixing that up.
Christine Abrams' comment up?
Sure.
She said when she stopped buying ice cream and chocolates and cookies and all the junk food, right? She had more money to spend on the healthier foods.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Oh, they just went up on my dark chocolate this week by about like 60 cents. I was so mad.
So now, like, for
Good, bitter,
you,
dark chocolate, the good stuff. And man, I was so mad. I was like, I had that on my list and I had budgeted for the price it
thank you,
was.
Bob.
And instead of getting 2 of them, I only got 1 because they went up on it.
Right. Well, and also the thing
It's
too is moderation. So if you want to buy that, say, ice cream and have it, but you control yourself and not eat the whole container of ice cream in one sitting and spread it out,
Yeah, they say on the treats like that, if you'll like
yeah, it's crazy.
go
You have to
out and have it or buy the little one and, pick something you and your husband both like and split it rather than eating 1 pint, split the
Mhm.
pint in half and just get that little bit. Don't get a bunch because that's where you
Yeah,
get in trouble. So I tried to go about 2 weeks without having a dessert. So today I actually made an oatmeal cake, so I had a dessert. Trying
no,
not to do
it's
that every
okay.
day because even healthy desserts can get you in trouble. You can
Yeah,
overeat health foods too. You can overeat any food if it's
right.
what's
So
there. That's
Gail
perfect.
and I,
That's
Gail and
great.
I were doing some research on some
Me
things
too.
for this channel, and I looked up these Get Fit cards. There's 32 of them, and I showed you guys these a few weeks back, but I'll show again in case some of you missed it. On the cards, they have different exercises and how to do it in a picture of how to do these. Okay, so this set of cards I got at the dollar store just before it switched to $1.25.
That's good.
So for $1, I got the set of exercise cards. I looked online, and the cheapest I could find them online was $8.
Yeah, that's crazy. So if you find those, get some,
Yeah, because I was
So,
really wanting to get
what I was going to address what she said. So there are some negative benefits to coffee if you drink too much. But if you have 1 cup of coffee in the morning and you don't drink it too late to where it interrupts your sleep, it's fine. It's people that are just like cup after cup after cup all day. It's repressing your wanting to eat, but when you finally wear off the coffee, you're going to want to just eat everything in sight.
Yeah.
So what I do with the Greek yogurt is I take the Greek yogurt, the full fat Greek yogurt, and I put it, and it's a low sugar, full fat Greek yogurt.
Call you
I
back
put
in a
it
little
into
while.
a bowl and I mix a scoop
All
of
right, bye.
protein powder in it, vanilla protein powder. I mix that up. Then I take some blueberries in a pan with a little bit of coconut oil and I squish some of the blueberries and make the blueberries into a compote. That way I'm not adding sugar. So then I put that on top and then so I have the yogurt with the protein powder in it. Then I have the blueberries on top. Then I might add a little bit of granola or a little bit of nuts and some chia seeds. And that's like breakfast or lunch for me. It's really, really easy.
Yeah, I like having yogurt with um now I can't think of what it was called. You just made it with the oats and
Oh,
the mix.
granola, homemade granola.
Yes, the granola. I have a big jar of
Yeah.
granola, and we just have like a little wooden scoop in there, and I can use that to put. But I haven't been eating yogurt lately because I'm waiting for my cow to be able to be milked again so I can make my own yogurt.
Maybe try to cut your drinking of the coffee down just a little bit, you know. Like me, I'm pretty sensitive to caffeine. So I try to stop drinking caffeine after 2 o'clock. Okay. Now
I
I have been drinking soda for probably a good year or more.
Wow.
It's been a long time.
Hi, Mona. Yeah,
Maybe,
I am. I guess I don't have that problem. I don't
yeah,
drink
I
coffee.
do occasionally have tea.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do drink soda. Yeah, I do. But I don't have the coffee problem, and I know, like, once I completely am done drinking soda, like, don't drink it
Oh, no.
anymore, I will not go to coffee because to me, coffee is nasty.
I used to think that. I didn't jump right on the coffee right in the beginning. I always thought it smelled good, even when I didn't want to drink it. I always thought it smelled good. I actually always thought that. But it never made me want it. But then all of a sudden, maybe 20, maybe 20. I've only been drinking coffee maybe 20 years.
Okay.
That sounds like a long time, but
Yeah.
if I'd started at 18, it would be longer, but I didn't start at
Um,
18.
I used to not drink soda at all. I didn't start drinking, soda until 2020. I'd have, like, 1 soda a week, like, 1, like,
I think my
small
husband
soda.
drinks a lot of coffee during the day too. I
Yeah.
think he
I made my soda
Yeah.
habit into a habit because I was trying to stay awake to figure out what the heck was going on. So, oops.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I think my husband drinks a lot of coffee when he's at work. But when he's at home, he might drink 2 cups of coffee in the morning, but I don't think he drinks more than
Would
that
he
one.
notice if would it be a big difference to add maybe, like, a little bit of water to it? Like a teaspoon or something. Hi,
Of what
Luann. Of water to the cup of coffee, like,
to what?
every so often to kinda water it down, and then if you wanted to get off coffee, I guess if that was the thing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's true, at least it's not drugs, so
my mom quit smoking by writing down every time she had a cigarette. She had a little piece of paper, she folded it up, and she put it, you know how the packets have those little plastic liners on them. So she folded it up like this, and she put her little pen and she put this inside the packet, and she'd write down every time she had a cigarette, and she just kept going longer and longer and longer without a cigarette, and boom, she did it. She just weaned herself off of it, and she hasn't had one in about 15 to 20 years, I think. So it's
right.
been a long time. Yes, it is. Yeah, I like my 1 cup in the morning. If actually can't even really drink 2, because on the second one, it starts to try to come up.
Uh,
I don't know why, but my body's always just been like 1. On the second one, if I try to
oh,
drink more
that's
than 1,
awesome.
it's like the GERD kicks in, and it's like, "No, uh-uh,
You're like, burns and all the
not having
things.
it, not having it."
Yeah.
At least it's not meth or crack. I know, I know. Yeah, well, let me tell you one other thing is that's as addicting as caffeine, sugar. Sugar. We have no idea uh how much we're craving sugar.
Well,
So
that's
after you eat and you're craving a piece of chocolate after you eat, or you're craving a dessert, what you
I thought
really
we
did
welcome.
was you didn't have enough protein, and so that made you crave the sugar. So you're really craving the protein, not the
Yes.
sugar. But that's what's causing it.
Hi, Adrian. Welcome in. Yeah, so sugar is a
Sugar's bad.
problem. We need natural sugar, yes, like
Yeah.
from our fruits and things like that. But oh my goodness, Howie would be amazing with some of the herbal things, that are healthy for you. I think it would be kind of fun to get a couple of different people together and
Oh, like food forest permaculture? Is that
yeah,
who you're talking about?
yeah. So I think maybe they could come up with a tea blend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tea
I
blend.
hope so. I
Yeah,
hope
I'm
so.
hoping to do some experimenting with hyssop this year. I do already have some coming up, so I'm interested to see. There's a lot of good health benefits. Tammy from Mountain Grandma was sharing a bunch of those. Hello, fellow
Yeah,
Earthling.
yeah. So this week, what is something that you're gonna do, Gail, and everybody in chat, that you want to add or take away from your diet or your exercise to be a healthier you? I'll
I'm
start.
going to try to work on water this week.
Water. The water's important, right? For me, I'm just gonna keep working
Yes.
on my exercise routines,
Mhm.
um, and increasing it
Hi,
more.
Adrian.
I've been working on squatting, not like an up and down squatting because I had a serious knee surgery a long time ago because of a car accident. Anyways, I squat and stay squatted and hold my squat without like being shaky. And I do that so that I can garden because it's easier for me to be able to hold a squat and garden
I
than
have
to
to
get
figure
down
out
and
what everybody's talking about with the RFK FDA thing. People have been talking, but I don't know. I don't see like normal news. So I have no idea what anybody's talking about.
yeah, pretty
Something
much
happened. I don't
it's,
know what it was.
he's into you know, real food and quit adding all the stuff to the food.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's in
Notice
charge
though
of that.
that some companies
Yeah.
that there's more in the frozen food section, there's more products that have clean ingredients. I've been noticing because I take longer at the grocery store because I'm reading packaging. I'm checking, what has more sugar or less sugar. That's what I'm focusing on right now is more protein and less sugar. That's what I'm focusing on right now. More protein, less sugar.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Put a splash of something in my water. Yeah. I
Well,
think that
Mona, I'm so glad that you're getting rid of your Coke addiction. Sorry, that's not funny. It is
Coca-Cola.
or
I'm pretty sure.
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Oh, my.
That's what it says.
I have
Oh,
double
sorry. I'm
the
sorry. Take a walk after the weather gets from being cold. I need to keep up with doing the workout videos and try to make them more challenging. And I need to not eat after dinner. So, going to try to be better about that. And you know what? Maybe just cutting it down and cutting yourself back slowly instead of
make her
cutting
smoothie.
sometimes. And some people, cutting something out completely works great. For some people, you got to reduce the amount until it's
Yeah,
gone.
like having coffee with nothing in it. I
Mhm.
had so many years of drinking it with something in it that it was hard for me to go just black coffee. Okay. So I
Ooh,
had to do so right now I'm doing half and half,
that's called yucca. Yucca's a plant. You can make
a a sweetener packet. Now good sweeteners, not bad sweeteners,
hi
and
May.
vanilla for flavor. So she's going to work on smoothie. I think meal prep is very important. Like I will sit down and chop up chicken into bite-sized pieces, put it in a marinade, chop up the onions and the bell pepper, put those into bowls, into little glass bowls, and put those in the freezer. And that's my frozen meal. So I'll take that out in the morning when I'm eating my breakfast, sit it in the
Wow. So food prep is a good thing.
and then I will eat that. And then so when I'm not having chicken the next day, I have my little square of meat that's 5 ounces of beef, and so I'll do that because I can literally eat Mexican food all
Yeah.
the time. One day
Yeah.
I'm having chicken fajita, the next day I'm having a beef fajita, and then if I get tired of that, I can have a tuna salad. So there's a lot of different choices.
I like having hard-boiled eggs and pepper jack cheese
Good.
because I'll eat that. Like I'll usually have like a slice or two of cheese and an egg for lunch. I know that's bad, but I'm trying to make
What did you say again? I'm listening now. What did you say you eat?
Oh my gosh, how rude. I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry,
No.
I was reading this comment.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm like, ooh. Pepper jack cheese, I'll have a couple slices and a hard-boiled egg for lunch.
That's protein. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I'm trying to make myself eat more often. So thank you, May.
That's protein. That's a perfectly okay thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I do that, and I don't know. I'm not really too concerned about my eating.
Yeah.
Like
I
eating
say a lot of us are eating too small of portions of meat. They've been demonizing meat forever, forever, forever. We're supposed to eat meat, guys. We're supposed to be carnivores. It's right there in the Bible. We're supposed to be carnivores, supposed to be hunters. You kill it, you bring it home, you process it, you eat it, right? We're
right.
supposed to do that. We're supposed to do that,
Well,
guys.
and then you have different people like Nancy at our treasured home where she is very limited on what she can eat because she's got allergies.
Yeah.
But
allergies.
you gotta wonder.
I've added dairy back to my menu, and literally Nancy could not do that. So I basically added the dairy back to my diet, and she's taking it out. So that it also has to do with your body and what you can handle. Like I'm allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, that's
Mildly. It's not like a major allergy. Like if I get a little peanut oil, I'm not gonna like have to go to the emergency room. It's not that bad. But
I kind of
I'm not gonna eat a handful of peanuts.
I mean, just maybe other people have thought of this before. But I kind of wonder if some of the allergies and different things that are going on, because if you're a certain age, you don't remember a whole lot of people having all the allergies and all these different, issues.
Side Chronicles. Hello, I haven't seen
Yeah,
you.
so I'm wondering if it's some of the stuff that they at some point started adding to our foods that were actually really
a lot of our problems we've caused to our own bodies, and
yum. You're
all
making
these
me feel well.
Yeah, it's been a long time. How are you doing? Are you still gardening and doing all the things on your channel? I need to write your channel name down and go by and check out your channel again. Let me see. Okay, I'm writing it down. Okay, that'll remind me to go check out your channel after. See what you got going on. Let's see. Oh, I'm seriously looking forward to gardening because there's a lot of things in the garden I can eat. I am ordering on my Amazon order. Thank you. A zoodle maker, a zoodle maker where you can take your zucchini and turn it into noodles, like spaghetti noodles. I'm so looking forward to that.
Really good. So I've
never done it before, but I'm looking forward.
I made a salad last summer that was tomatoes out of the garden. I made zoodles with zucchini, and I cut up some cucumbers and I forget what else. I just put a whole bunch of stuff in there and just made it like a salad. It was so yummy.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like avocado on hamburgers. Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yep, exactly. And if you can, get organic and raw. I mean, organic's not necessarily organic unless you know where the source is. So be careful on that. Pine nuts, walnuts, Brazil nuts, pecans or pecans. I said it both ways for all y'all. Hazelnuts carry a lot less fungus than peanuts grow in soil because they grow on trees versus being in the ground. Makes sense.
Yep, we should all be having raw milk, raw cheese,
Yes.
organic
Yeah.
whole milk, whole yogurt. Yes, that is true. I have
Yes.
been doing the opposite of all of these things, but I realized that to actually start losing weight, I had to change what I was doing. So I'm like, there has to be an answer that I haven't seen. And if I keep running in circles and doing the same thing, I'm never ever going to get a result, because that's literally the definition of insanity: doing the same thing, expecting something different to happen. Well, it can't happen different if you did the same thing. So I'm like, okay, let me try. What I asked my sister, what are you doing to lose weight right now? She says, I'm eating high protein. So I just started researching high protein on
You're
YouTube.
starting to be a little glitchy on my end,
I am.
Gail. Okay,
Am anybody else having trouble hearing me?
Now it's better. For a little while there, you were like,
really? Huh? Yeah. Well,
it was weird.
Pine nuts, Brazil nuts. Yeah, I heard Brazil nuts. There's one vitamin that you can only get from Brazil nuts. But yeah, I'd have to work on actually getting.
Oh, they didn't hear a problem on their end. Why did I hear a problem on my end?
I have no idea. Maybe it's your ears. Maybe it's your ears.
Maybe it's my brain. Oh, I need some more brain food.
More brain food. Walnuts. Walnuts are supposed to be brain food. All right. So for this week, I'm going to do. I have an Amazon order I'm going to do to buy some things for the Healthy Goals Wednesday. But for now, for this week, I'm actually going to do some seeds, because I don't have anything right now to give away. But hey, gardening stuff is healthy for you. So this week, I'm going to do seeds to the winner.
That's cool. Good idea.
And if there's anything specific you're looking for, you can put that in the email. If I happen to have it, I might try to send that to you. If I happen to have it. Okay.
Let's see. Maybe it might. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know.
Oh, let me go over
here. It was so weird. So I don't know. I'll have to listen to that part where you were talking and I heard nothing but blah, blah, blah. Are you getting the little thingy-majiggy? There it is. It's coming.
Okay, now I am doing this on stamps.com, and I do not have a way right now to do Canada. So this is going to be for USA only. I apologize for that. We will try to set up something a little bit later that will be for everybody. Maybe like something ordered straight from Amazon.
All right. Sorry about that.
This one's going to be for USA only. Let me know when you can see this.
I can see it.
Okay, cool. And May's Homestead Chronicle. I forgot what your first name is. Are you still doing the worm bin? Just curious. I don't see any entries yet. Or is anyone putting it in?
Yeah, the entries are starting to come in. Hashtag seeds if you want
I don't
seeds.
I don't see
And
anything coming.
Gail's email address is scrolling at the bottom. Make
I
sure that
don't
you put Gail Southern Living 22 at yahoo.com. I said that really weird. .com. Who's barking and wants a treat?
I don't know
No,
what's going on though. I can't see any entries though.
my grandson went outside to play, and then when he came in, it was exciting.
I'm gonna have
So
to
the dogs barked.
I'm gonna have to just like start over because
And then everybody upstairs started getting a little loud and wild there for a second.
okay, I'm gonna have to start over with that because it was not showing any entries. So I'm just going back and over it again. Sorry. Sometimes things just don't work.
Or they take longer to work.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm no expert at any one thing.
Don't they say patience is your best virtue?
Oh, maybe I picked the wrong. You know what I did? I might have picked the wrong live. I might have picked Friday's live instead of today. I bet that's what I did. Because you have to pick the day of the live.
Oh.
I bet that's what I did. So, now I'm typing it wrong.
That's
Oh my
fun.
goodness.
Hey, everybody has to do it again. Hashtag #SSEDS. For keep you on your toes. SSEDS. Type.
Oh, my face is turning red.
That's something I would do.
Typo. Okay, well.
It gets their fingers getting exercise. I mean, that's the whole goal of the channel. Moving.
Apparently, Gil doesn't know how to spell seeds. But 10 people got it wrong.
Gil, you're making my eyes water.
Did you hear what I said? 10 people got it wrong right. Oh, gracious. 10 people.
Hashtag
Anybody else?
learning.
Hashtag SEDS.
Mm-hmm. That's how you spell sheds.
That's how we say seeds in Texas. Seeds. She's laughing at me. Oh, gracious. Oh, people. Anybody else want to misspell a word for me?
Oh, you're cracking up there. I was just thinking of a little laugh on your video with that.
No, yeah. If you guys haven't watched my Dixie Jane video, go check that out. Gail's version of humor. My half sister showed up on my channel, so check that out if you want to see my version of humor. All right. Tonight I am going to be on Linda with Another Time talking about how I grew up. So if you're interested in watching that, it'll be an hour from now at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I thought it was going to be Adrian.
All right.
Yeah. Woo! See for you.
So if you will send me an email to this email, the one scrolling across the bottom, don't do your preset of whatever you have for Gail Southern Living because it will not work. You have to type this exact one because I have filled up an email and it will not work for me. So anyway, I've missed all the things in the chat.
It's okay. Everybody's just laughing about that.
Yeah, I do want to do spaghetti squash. I'm like running out of room. Like I have multiple different kinds of squash that I received last year from the IBG seed swap. And I just got to figure out where to put it. So here's where they're spelling seeds right.
Very, very cool. Okay. So do we have goals for next week? Healthier you goals. Healthier. I mean, we kind of went over this already. Repeat. So let's see if you remember what you said. No, just kidding.
I said that I want to drink more. I want to focus this week on drinking water. Last week's goal was not eating after dinner. I would like to continue with that as well.
I also want to add to mine because I said I wanted to do more repetitions for some of my inside the house. Thank you. See you
Bye,
later.
Howard. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah. I want to do a little bit more research into some more of the vitamins and see how I can implement different foods to cover more of a variety, like more of a spectrum of the vitamins in the dishes and meals that I make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see what your first Healthy Goals Wednesday recipe will be, Heather.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, me.
Yes,
Yeah.
you.
I was reading the comments and I thought, of course you were talking to somebody else.
No. No. Yeah, I want to implement some chair. I may also, on top of the water, if my back continues like this, I may also start some chair exercises for now to let my back rest, but maybe work on my arms a little bit, get ready.
Would that be something that you guys would be interested in seeing as some shorts with some exercise ideas, whether it's chair exercises, floor
I was
exercises,
two channel names mixed up. It's all stitched up. It all adds up. That's why I was calling the other one Lori, because their channel names were kind of similar. And that's what was confusing me. Sorry, I can be dingy blonde occasionally.
Yeah. So if you guys would like to see some of those, I could put some of those out weekly in shorts if you want. If you don't,
yep. Kristen, be sure to send me an email with your mailing address and maybe an idea of a seed or two you might like, general term, peppers, tomatoes, herbs.
Anne loves pirates now. I think, okay, I might be wrong. Maybe she meant Pilates. Ew, I heard somebody do a pew pew outside.
Oh.
I count them. Okay, it's just Target. It's just a Target thing. I was just making sure it wasn't a critter.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to start working on that because I've been having trouble with my back. I still have a green thumb for my video. If anybody didn't watch the video, my thumb is still green.
Yeah, so both Gail on her channel and me as well, we both have playlists of different exercises and recipes. So if you're interested in sharing something that you do as far as a healthier eating, healthier drink, healthier movements, stuff like that, just hashtag it HGW for Healthier Goals Wednesday, and then just tag Gail and me, and then we'll put it in the playlist. So if you're interested in doing that, if you don't have a channel, you could email either Gail or myself about your idea or send pictures and we can share that.
If you saw my Dixie Jean video that I just put out for 3 Cans Shy, put a 2 in the chat. 2 in the chat. I love pirates. Arg.
No, she meant Pilates.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm being silly.
Yeah, I like Pilates too. It's nice. So
just teasing you, Ed.
Yeah, we get it all the time. Well, I'm out in the country, but also we have the police
area side. Yeah, I was just looking to see. I'm just teasing you, Ed. Just teasing. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can't resist to make a joke.
So make sure that you are challenging yourself on all things. Do not
Lori and Bob
over
haven't seen Dixie Jean yet. You got to go check it out if you want to laugh at Gail.
do
That's
not push yourself too far, but do challenge yourself on
yeah.
something this week. And I will be excited to hear what that will be.
She can take a joke. She's laughing. I was like, oh, I don't want to offend anybody, but I do make weird jokes sometimes. I'm
I mean,
sorry.
if anybody here doesn't already know, and I know you all know, both Gail and I say some weird stuff.
Crazy nuts, crazy bunch of
Yeah,
nuts up
we're
here.
not.
Yeah, you need to go check out Dixie Jean. Yeah. It's a picture of me in a cowboy hat, Dixie Jean in a cowboy hat. Yeah, and I have a follow-up. Luann and I were talking on the phone today, and I have a follow-up video that I may let Dixie Jean do. We'll see. We'll see on that. Luann and I were talking about it today on the
So
phone.
we'll have to get the
She's
popcorn
good.
out for that.
She, yeah. Jennifer wants to know. She said, "I want to see a follow-up video on what happens with the popcorn. What does the popcorn grow?"
Oh yeah.
But I do love pirates.
I I have pirate fabric.
It, anime. Yeah, I want to see Ariella. If you're in here still, Ariella, I challenge you to bring out your character and do a video. I know it may be hard to do in your apartment, but maybe you can get up like in the morning.
She will. Oh, she can do it. She just
on the side of a building. You'll find somewhere.
Yeah.
They'll do it in the park. I mean,
Yeah.
you've had people look at you weird before. I mean,
Yeah.
you dress up like a scarecrow and walk to a grocery store.
Yeah.
You know, what could be more
Okay,
embarrassing?
so everybody make sure you're challenging yourself, but don't push yourself too hard. Know your limitations, but also, give it a good go.
Yeah.
So don't forget that another time with Linda will be on an hour from now.
And
so
we'll be on there as a guest.
Yep, Gail will be on there as a guest, so we'll get to find out more about Gail if you would like to join then. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. This is fun.
We don't know what the subject will be for next week because we're going to have a meeting about the next 4 weeks or so or longer. Yep. So we can't tell you what it'll be next week, but we're going to work on that. We're going to come back with a new subject and we're going to try to continue to do this all year. So come back with your ideas, your questions, and we'll try to give you all the advice.
We want to keep it going and lively, and hopefully it's continuing to inspire everyone to keep becoming a better you. Right?
Exactly. Thank you guys for coming in. We appreciate you. I got to go. I got to make dinner and get it done and eat before I go on Linda's live. So I got to go get all that done. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Have a great evening.
Bye.
Bye.